I behave.
Like right now, we are beginning, kids.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
good morning.
morning.
Good
Good
Jackie, why are you
morning.
sighing?
Uh, good
Jackie,
morning.
you just sighed. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I did sigh. I'm nervous.
You're nervous? What are you nervous about? Because Jen's had too much coffee?
Yeah,
Wait.
it's gonna come out of her mouth, and then you're gonna disappear.
Yeah, I'm gonna disappear all right. I'm gonna disappear. You guys. Okay, so let's begin. Welcome everyone. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to our live, all of our thin texters. And hey, I had a great idea, by the way. Jackie, I didn't tell you this,
Oh no.
but
You're supposed to run your ideas by me first. What
I
happened?
know. I'm not supposed to just put it out there live without suggesting it to you at all, because now you have no
Exactly.
choice but to do this. So
I'm
No, no,
sorry
no, no.
in advance, guys.
you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. So here's the thing: nobody's watching us, right? Nobody wants to actually see us, but they like to hear us.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we are going to start extracting the audio from this and sending it to people so they can listen in their cars, they can listen while they're cleaning, they can shut out their kids. They don't want to hear their kids anyway. They can be entertained by us. What do you think of
That's
this?
nice.
You like that idea?
I like that.
Okay, good. So that is from now on what we're going to be doing.
Oh, good.
I
I
like
can
it.
stay in my schmutta hair then. I don't
You
have
can,
to.
it doesn't matter what you look like. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching. So, but they're listening. That's the good thing. Everyone is listening. You can do whatever you
Everyone's
want with your hair. People will miss my. Yeah.
We're gonna say people don't. I was gonna say something, make a comment about your hair, but you jumped to it.
About Jen's hair?
Yours.
Oh, okay. No, we don't make a comment about my hair. Anyone who's interested in my hair, I will be happy to send you a picture of when I had a full bush. I look like Dr. J in the 70s. Back then.
Jack.
Anyway,
Jack.
let's get started because we're doing a promotion today. We're doing a promotion this whole week. So, Jackie, who wants to tell everyone about our promotion?
She can't.
So in the purchase of any 40-day program, you removed Jen.
Yeah, just temporarily. She's getting a timeout.
So with the purchase of any of our 40-day programs, my face actually hurts from laughing. It's too early to laugh that hard. It hurts. With a purchase of any of our 40-day programs, you're receiving a 10-day extension on us, which is a 10-day bottle of weight loss formula. And that
A
ends on
10-day extension. That's 25% more
Yeah.
than you
Crazy
would get
Larry.
otherwise. We're just
Yes.
throwing it in like this?
Just throwing it in.
I got another thing you didn't run by me but before you started it. All right.
Give it
Anyone
away.
purchases when? When do they have to purchase by?
Thursday's the last day. And that is it. No exceptions. Thursday is the last day. You must purchase by Thursday.
Okay. So the idea, everyone, is that we're coming up on Thindepence Day. You like
Yep.
that? We're coming up on Thindepence Day. Everyone has a tendency to go crazy. We're going to talk more about this in a little bit because of FOMO, right?
Mhm.
Nobody wants to miss out on Independence Day, on barbecues, on beer, on all of that good stuff. I'll bring Jen back into the stream, but I think she dissed us. What did she do?
I'm mad
I'm
you
removing
removed her.
her again. So, yeah, so to encourage people not to go crazy, we are having this promo. We're having this sale. This is a very, very good time to do it. The summer, I don't care what people say. People have these things in their heads that they can't start a program in the summer, but then again, they can't start around Christmas. They can't start in the winter because in the winter
Never a
they're
good
stuck at
time.
home. This
Yeah.
is a great time to start.
Flag
In
Day.
the summer,
You can't start around Flag
you
Day.
can't. You know, it was like when I was in undergrad. I couldn't have classes in the morning because I had to sleep in, from the night before. I couldn't have it in the afternoon because those were prime time sun catching hours, right? I had to get a tan. I couldn't have it in the evening because, in the evening was happy hour. So basically,
So when did you go to school?
well, exactly, that was the point.
That was a problem.
No, not exactly. Where's Jen? Jen actually left us now. I think you
You
offended her.
insulted
Jackie.
her.
I'm pretty sure you offended her.
No, it was you.
Jen, if you're listening, come back, please. If she doesn't come back, she's going to end up like graffitiing up our live, right? She's going to write comments.
You're gonna start commenting on our wall.
Yeah, Jen, we do want you back. You are welcome. Okay, here she is, I think. There she
It wasn't
goes.
me, Jen. It wasn't me.
No,
Okay.
I lost my internet. I got
Welcome back.
getting silent. I
So
got booted out.
The point that I was making is that there's a lot of considerations about when is the right time to start. The right time to start was years ago. The second right time to start is right now, and
Yes.
especially where we're incentivizing you. Okay, so let's move on from that. Jennifer,
Yes,
do we have any terrific testimonials this week?
we have 3 small testimonials,
Small?
if that's okay.
What does that mean? What do you mean by small?
Well, 2 are short,
They're short.
and 1 is poignant.
Okay, 2
Evocative.
shorts and 1 poignant.
Yeah, 3.
Yes.
Fine, let's do
3.
it. Go.
Is that okay? So this
Wonderful.
is from Rose. I lost 30 pounds on my home scale. I have more self-esteem and want to lose another 20. I want to be a size 14. I know that I've had health problems and the staff has been wonderful. God bless. I know you care about me and my health.
Wow, that's nice.
So I brought that one on because Rose is how old, Trisha?
I guess 80s about.
In her 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, one of the questions I get from people is, how old is your oldest client? And that kind of answers it. So, we do a modified program for Rose because she's Rose. But
I love when we have people in their 80s do the program. And the reason is because they're affirming that they're still alive, that they still intend good things. They still have hope. There are people who reach that age and they say, okay, I'm done. But Rose is not like that. And there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of octogenarians who want to be, what's the next one? Nonagenarians?
Yes, I guess.
And centenarians.
not-
Centenarians?
yeah.
Centenarians?
Stop making somebody who's 80 years old sound like they're so old.
Wait, you think octogenarian sounds older than like saying in their 80s?
I don't know. It sounds all old to me.
No. It's just Latin, Corinne. Don't be afraid. It's good. Okay, yeah, continue.
Can we have a sheet on that? Can we have a Latin translation sheet?
No. First of all, no, we're not adding any more subjects to learn in my calendar. That's not happening.
Thank you.
Write it down.
Thank you.
I'm not. Latin is not in my plan for the summer reading.
I took Latin in high school, and the teacher was upset with me. I'm really revealing too much about myself today in my education, but she was upset with me because I had a name for everyone in the class. So one person was etc.
Oh, God.
Another person was ad nauseum. I named everyone. I gave everyone Latin names. She didn't like that.
Everyone has a nickname.
Everyone has to have a nickname. Okay, Jen, our next
There's a million
testimonial.
nicknames at his office.
You need to post your story, your nickname story.
Let's go. Next testimonial.
Okay, so this is from Rita. FinTech has changed my life. I feel better than I ever have, and the support from the staff is incredible and motivational. They keep me focused. I couldn't ask for a better team and love you all. I'll be starting another round soon and cannot wait to see more changes to my body and my health.
Rita's another one of those amazing transformations. She was a walk-in. She saw us. She walked in. She didn't know what to expect. And she's a completely different person than she was. I mean, overall, I don't know how much she's lost. It's got to be 60, 70 pounds.
Wow.
Oh, but you know what? Weight on Rita, when she loses weight, looks very different than most people's 10 pounds. She shrinks from like a 14 to an 8. This is what she did this round. And she looks unbelievable. Yeah.
She does.
Amazing. So this last one is from Jennifer. Gotta love it. And it's a little bit longer, but Jen, visibly shows up differently. And she's now got a boyfriend after, a while. So yeah. So she
Yes,
said,
you're welcome, Jennifer. This is what we
Oh
do.
yeah. Now I was trying to figure
I
out.
don't know. I don't know if that's a welcome yet. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
It's
sorry,
amazing.
Jennifer.
So
Sorry, Jennifer.
Gen Z. I already knew how good this program is, as a number of years ago I lost a great deal of weight, 120 pounds on it. It took a lot of dedication on my part to gain back a good amount of weight. Sorry. But not all. After a stressful divorce and the loss of my darling brother, I dove into a chocolate cake and stayed there. Bad idea. Anyway, I walked back in the door on January 11th, weighing 292 pounds.
Oh,
It's now June 14th, and I've lost over 65 pounds. I can move without pain where I couldn't before. I can go for a good long walk without dying inside, and I can look in the mirror and see myself re-emerging at long last. I'm going into maintenance for a few weeks, then into a mini round. The program is simple, strict, and unforgiving. Just do exactly what they tell you, and you'll be glad you did.
Oh, that's very nice.
Isn't
She
that
looks great.
something that now,
Yeah.
Trish? So you remember Jen? Obviously, Jen,
Mhm.
when she walked in, she was also a different person than she is now. What stands
Yes.
out to you about Jen's transformation?
She looks way more confident, even the way she dresses, like she, looks so, she changed her wardrobe, like she looks fantastic.
Confident.
So
Yeah.
confident. She really is a different person.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So considering she started, and I mean, obviously, I'm not sure exactly who you're. I think I do, but I'm not sure. So 290 pounds, she lost 60 pounds, and you're saying she's dressing different. We have clients that come in
Yes.
at a particular weight and will lose 60 pounds. 60 pounds is a lot. There are people that can't lose 3 pounds on their own. So
Mhm.
60 pounds allows her, and some of them don't change their wardrobe. So she's already in a better direction. And I'm not saying change it in a like drastic changes.
No, not at
But
all.
they're like, oh, I just want to wait to buy clothes until I'm X weight or I lose this much weight. Like they're not ready to like jump right into feeling good. They don't realize
Yeah.
like that adds to your confidence.
Well, I want to make a couple
Oh,
of
it really
points.
does.
I want to make a couple of points though about what you just said, Jackie. First of all, and I've discussed this with Jen, we take it for granted. I mean, she lost 60 pounds in
That's a lot.
short order. There are
Yeah.
people who struggle, like you said, to lose a few pounds. And we
Mhm.
expect it. We take it for granted.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
confidence, her certainty about her ability to lose weight on our program is off the charts. Why? She lost 120 pounds before.
It's crazy.
That
That's crazy.
there are people who futz around. I don't know what the literal translation is with that word, but there are people who futz around for years. You know, they dip a toe here, they do this there, they want to do anything but confront the problem,
Yeah.
right?
Well, a
And
lot of
here
people
she
don't-
comes in and boom.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people say, oh, well, I want to lose 10 pounds. Oh, it's just 10 pounds. And they jump on, I don't know, not I should be saying, but like a Weight Watchers program. And they find their ways to make it work. It's like, oh, I'm doing great. I lost 3 pounds. Oh, great. How long have you been doing it? Oh, it's like 2 weeks. Now, is that normal? Maybe for some, but what are they consuming? They find a way around making it work, and they justify a slow weight loss for not making any changes to their lifestyle. But in their mind, that's their effort. So jumping into a program like this, where you're actually committing yourself to making a real change, you're being honest with yourself. You're saying, change means I have to stop doing bad things to my body. I have to start doing good things for myself. It's very different. If anybody could just do it on their own, we wouldn't have people that were overweight.
Right. And the other thing about Jen is that it took a lot of courage on her part.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, she lost 120 pounds, and then she had a lot of stress in her life.
Yeah.
And she started gaining. And I got to tell you something, we always see that when somebody starts gaining weight, they gain a lot of weight in a short period of time, there's always some precipitating event. And for her, it was a traumatic divorce. For her to come in, it was so hard for her. She was so worried, that she was going to disappoint us. She was so ashamed to face us again. and to the point where she came and she purchased, and she didn't start for a few months.
Yeah.
Right?
Long time.
Yeah.
But then when she started, she killed it. Now she's dating someone else. I haven't met this young man. I need to vet him.
Yeah.
Right? This is another service that we do, value added. I don't charge for it at all. But she's thrilled. There's a sense of hope. There's a sense of possibility. Without hope and possibility, what is there?
It's true.
What
It's true. It's very true. And but it's funny. Another thing you said, people are afraid to come into our office because they've put on weight and they've done the program before. Now, two things. One, you don't necessarily just put on weight because you stopped our program, because that's not how it works. So let's just put that out there. That's number one. Number two, regardless of whatever put you back into a place that you need help with, that's what we do. We are a weight loss office. Trust me, you coming through the door gaining a couple of pounds or more or too much is not going to shock us in a way. This is what we do to fix. We will help fix you.
Especially given the pandemic, I take it for granted that everybody has gained weight.
Everybody.
Right? Everybody has gained weight.
When I put weight back on, wasn't pandemic. It was after getting back to reality. For me, it was the opposite.
Okay.
Getting back to reality.
That makes sense too,
you're a contrary person. What, Corinne?
No, I said that kind of makes sense, because if you think about it, when you're home with the pandemic, you have time to cook, you have time to pay attention to yourself, you had time to exercise if you wanted to do that. And then now life is busy again, and it's like, let me just nosh on this real quick. Let me just grab this real quick. And you find your healthy habits are going backwards as opposed to remaining where they should be.
Absolutely. Now, if only people had good recipes that they could rely on.
Perfect segue.
Where would a person find a good, healthy recipe that's delicious?
Jazzy.
Jackie!
All right, Jack, let's hear it.
So, of course, go with that whole Thindepence barbecue essential, right? Because now we've kicked off. It's every day. If it can't be on a grill, I don't want to eat it, right? All week. So, just a little segue. There will be a 4th of July menu coming out this week, so everybody will have that, so that they're fully prepared, whether they're on program or not.
I love that. I haven't seen it yet, and so, but just the fact that you're thinking. I have a thinking staff. We're not just good looking. My staff thinks, we anticipate, we solve problems.
Yes.
Well done.
I want to make it easy. I need things to be accessible, and I cannot say this enough. If I don't have a plan, and everybody knows, I'm crazy with my to-do lists. I have a list for everything. I need a plan. I need structure. I need it. Otherwise I fall off the bandwagon. So for me, it's actually super simple. And I often do this anyway, even if you're not on program. Burgers. So regular burgers, you can make them any which way you want, stuff them, make them, smash burgers, delicious. My biggest thing, especially if you're omitting bread or carb, which I'm totally fine with, you don't need a bun for everything. You can use lettuce, which is nothing original, right? Emphasize, grill your onions. Spray your onions with avocado oil or coconut oil. Put them on top of the pan until they start to get soft. I mix my red and sweet onions and I lay them on my burger. Layer your burger up. You want thick slices of tomatoes.
Layer your burger.
Layer your burger.
I see a meme coming from that.
My face.
Layer your burger, people.
With a burger, but layer your burger. But my big plug this week is take your burger. Instead of doing lettuce, I actually did it with a portobello mushroom that I grilled. It was so good. Now I'm not on program, but I used a yogurt Caesar dressing on top with my grilled onions. It was unbelievable. It changed the flavor till I can't even tell you. So it's actually, I'm putting that on our menu for this week when I do the
Jackie, I want to see you appear on that show where people challenge Bobby Flay.
Oh God!
I think you might be able to beat Bobby Flay.
If Bobby's watching, challenge me.
We're coming to you, Bobby. That's it.
Him.
What's a leftover challenge? There's a leftover one too.
I love that.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Probably leftover challenge, but whatever's left over in the fridge, But that was my thing because I get bored with burgers, especially
Mhm.
not because of what you could put so many different things on them, but with the bread, I'm like, it's still a burger, right? Oh, burger and lettuce, it's been done before. But we grilled it, put it on portobello mushroom with the yogurt dressing. It was so good. So I have a recipe for that too.
This is
Okay.
crazy.
Jackie,
This
what
is
about
too
when
much.
you
Again,
Wait,
we're
wait, what
giving it
about
away.
What?
Dr. Jackie had us make these burgers one time where we took portobello mushrooms and we chopped them up. We sauteed them with chicken broth and onions, and we chopped them up and we put our French onion seasoning in it.
Mhm.
And
I
then
put it in the
we put it in the burger.
yeah.
And then we also put aminos in it.
Mhm.
And then the
It's-
burger was
Unbelievable. Yeah, I've said this before. Jackie is the Doc Brown of cooks. She's running around, pulling her hair. And
So I don't know what my hair
she's
looks like
creating
now.
these things.
I don't know what it looks like now. Air dry is like
But I got to tell you something. So this is a great segue. Speaking of great segues, this is a great segue into our discussion today about Thindepence weekend. We've rebranded it to be Thindepence because what Jackie is suggesting is that there are certain things you're going to be eating anyway.
yes.
You're probably going to be eating burgers. Now, how could you make that burger where you could still be satisfied,
Mhm.
but you don't have to have all of the crap on it?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like I mean, there's so many different things, you know, the relationship with food, and this is the thing, you don't have to miss out or feel like you're not living your best or enjoying food because you're on a diet or on a health journey or trying to do things better. There
Right.
is always an alternative. There is always an option. So, and it's not just, carbs are an easy cutout for a lot of people, but carbs aren't always the problem. And it depends on what you're eating. It depends on the healthy carb. Our program, no, you're not having those carbs. But the truth is, you feel so much better leaving room for other food. You're actually eating more food. So if your problem is you feel like you're going to be hungry, you're not.
I want to know from Trish. Trish, what do you find? First of all, are you doing anything for the 4th? And secondly, what do you find is the biggest challenge at an event like July 4th?
For me, it does come down to the bread situation. When you go to a
It's a
barbecue,
situation, huh?
yeah, when you go to the barbecue, they hand you a burger and a bun. Like,
Yes.
it's not like you can, So I usually just discreetly take them off and kind of discard it. I am on maintenance, like phase whatever at this point. So I'm kind of just maintaining. So that's a big problem for me. Like,
Got
it's
it.
the bread.
Okay, so it's the fact of being served.
Right. So I
Okay.
like to, I'll discreetly get rid of it or, try
Okay,
to
Coach
at least.
Jen, I want to know from Coach Jen, what is the solution? Again, I said we're always thinking, we're always creating solutions. So what is the solution to being served? Because when people serve you, they're just trying to give you a lot, and they're not taking into account where you may be on a health journey.
Yeah. So for me, I had to learn to throw away food.
It's a hard thing.
I have a very hard time, clean your plate. My mom was not one, she wasn't that mom, but I think it just kind of, there was a little bit of a don't waste mentality there. So I try to catch the person while they're cooking beforehand. Like if someone's at the grill, I'll always say, I'm not having bread today. Or if I'm in between, I'll do like half the bun. For me, that's like a compromise. I love loaded burgers. So I will layer
your burger.
Layer your burger.
Layer.
Yeah, I layer my burgers. I can't put my mouth around it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
Jen,
another fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Another fun thing to do is post program. You could take the Primal Kitchen avocado mayo.
Yeah.
And the Primal Kitchen ketchup.
Right.
Mix them together.
Do it every day.
Wow.
That's
advanced layering.
I even do it on my eggs.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Corinne, your audio is not very good, but what you just said was very good, though. So, Jen, playing off of what you said before, my grandmother, when I was growing up, my grandmother was a phenomenal cook, right? And obviously, as a grandmother, she wanted to show how much she loved me by stuffing my face.
Yeah.
So she invented this very this very cruel thing that was subsequently I realized it was cruel. It was called the Clean Plate Club.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
She told me that if I wanted to be a member of the Clean Plate Club, I had to clean my plate. So guess what I was conditioned to always do?
Finish everything on the plate.
Finish it all, right? That's how I grew up. And not only that, but also as the only boy in a family of girls, I was the one who finished everyone else's plate. So this is how they get us. These dangerous grandmas.
Hey, the grandmothers.
That's right.
Grandmas.
So you're saying, Jen, don't worry about the Clean Plate Club. If you have to throw something out, throw it out.
Yeah, I would say just do it. If it's not good
Yeah.
for you. I was actually going to say before Corinne jumped in, I love like different condiments. So ketchup, mustard, and mayo are my go-to on a burger. But switch out or bring your own if you have to, because a ketchup bottle, you ever see the meme of a ketchup bottle, like 3/4 of it or something, or
Yeah.
quarter or half is sugar. So Primal Kitchen ketchup is like a great one. It's a small glass jar or get like a little travel container. Like there are things that you can do to keep your own healthy eating integrity in while your healthy eating habits in while you're at somebody else's house.
Yeah.
But,
Jen, the image I'm getting, you say bring your own condiments, is I'm seeing people walking into barbecues and they're wearing a tool belt. And on the tool belt, they have the healthy avocado mayo, they have the sugar-free ketchup. This is how I'm envisioning it. Am I crazy?
yes, but that's besides the point.
Beautiful question.
Listen, you set yourself up. So.
Fair enough. I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's actually a good visual. But you know what? We have two different types of condiments in our house because my kids they love their regular ketchup, and I keep my Primal Kitchen ketchup. So when I put out things, I always have doubles of everything so people can pick from healthier styles. And that when I have company, I'm well aware, I eat one way and then I have company come in. But a lot of times people actually like the healthier eating. They're not, if they're not aware of it, I come from an Italian family. Pasta is a big thing. So
in our outside fridge, I keep the condiments there just for everybody. I have the Sir Kensington, which is also another good brand. It's not ideal for those on program,
right.
but it's also a good alternative. The reason why I got it was because it's not a huge bottle and it's clean. So it's a mixed special sauce. I do have so a lot of people, I think it's also mental, but the Heinz ketchup, which I really love, of course, it's got a ton of sugar in it.
Right.
So my husband, although he's done the program and was very successful with it, it's also something that, although it doesn't affect him, it's not something he has every day, but he does prefer the Heinz taste. Primal Kitchen. I actually like the Primal Kitchen better taste.
Me too.
So that's what I strictly use that. My kids are good with that. My son is not a dipper, so he prefers no dipping at all. I don't know where he came from, but they do make an organic, no sugar added Heinz ketchup in a smaller version. So it's good to keep outside. But same thing, we had a full weekend. We had people over all weekend. And yesterday, everything that I made, it was not just the same. When you think barbecue, everyone automatically thinks hamburgers, hot dogs, right? That's the initial. It's always the first thing they think of, hamburgers, hot dogs. We kind of did a stepped up version. So I also did dinner. Yeah, layered up, right? So I also did a / Sunday dinner. So I have this way I felt less bad. So I did grilled vegetables, I did grilled chicken, I did baked chicken cutlets. So I'm also covered then for my leftovers for the week. I feel less guilty about picking on those foods because there's nothing else bad with them. That's also a better alternative too. Bringing something, you never want to show up when you're empty-handed, and everybody's go-to is, I'll bring dessert. What can I bring? I bring dessert. Now you can bring dessert, absolutely. You want to bring something for kids, your sugar, your sweet, your unhealthy, some sort of balance. You need to balance out, your choices. So
let me summarize, Jack. Let me summarize now and then add something else.
Yeah.
So far we have layer your burger.
Load up on food.
Don't be afraid to tell the host or hostess what it is that you need. Don't be afraid to throw something out, right? We have that. And I want to suggest something else. It's too much of a stretch. It's too hard to say, okay, the sacrifices you make now, you're going to reap the benefits later. So there is an immediate benefit to
Yeah.
eating healthily right now. And I want to describe what that is. A couple of years ago, I had friends come in from out of town. We were in Hoboken, and we went to a place called Benny Tudino's. Who knows Benny Tudino's?
Mm-mm.
No.
Benny Tudino's is a famous pizza place, right? And they're known for having slices that are this large. They're like double the extra,
God,
they're like
yeah.
double the size of a regular slice, right? So they were eating that. I didn't eat. I sat there and I watched them. After that, we went to another place. We went to a Southern themed place where they were slathering on like the gravy and eating rib tips and all of this crap. In the meantime, I had like grilled chicken and broccoli. And I got to tell you, even though they gave me crap about it, after we were done, I could breathe.
Mhm.
I love the fact that I could breathe. I knew I would go home. I'd be able to sleep. I would hate to wake up feeling like they were feeling the next day. So I didn't have to delay my gratification. I had gratification immediately, both physically by being able to breathe and not being overstuffed, and also emotionally by knowing that I controlled myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, control's the biggest part of it, you know?
Mhm.
That's why I said, like, even, you know, preparing yourself, it's hard, you know, it's hard either way, right? It's hard if you're in a large social setting. It's hard if you're going somewhere. It's hard if you are hosting. There's always going to be a hard, it's something that it's going to take self-control. So it's going to take that control. What you really have to remind yourself is, what is it that you want out of it? Why are you doing these things? Why are you making these changes? You're making the change to feel better about yourself, whether it be in a social setting or not. So the fact is, you can't worry about judgment being passed. No one's going to throw you out of their house for saying, can you hold the bun? No one's going to get mad if you don't use their ketchup. It's just not, you know what I mean? You're not really, it's really overthought. A lot of people think that they're offending somebody else or a host, and it's not like that. It's one thing when it comes to an actual holiday where it's a sit down formal dinner structure. It's a little bit more hard. It's harder, I should say. But like I said, never going somewhere empty handed. You could prepare yourself. If you don't feel comfortable, bring your own individual meal, which I've done 2 holidays, but I've been on program during the holidays. And,
Right.
you know, I've got laughed at and made fun of and shoot. But you know what? I roll with the joke. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I've got thicker skin than that, so it's fine. But bringing something that you know you'll eat, you know, it just doesn't always have to be.
Bring the healthy option.
Yeah,
Well, how do we deal with the FOMO? How do we deal with the FOMO? Because we know that we have people who basically hibernate in the winter waiting for July 4th. They're waiting for the summer.
You know, FOMO it's like such a weird thing to me, because I never understood why people feel they're always missing out. You're taking your energy and you're so concerned about missing out on something, you're missing the moment right now. I don't understand. I never really understood it. And for people who are like, yeah, but what if I feel bad for it? But what do you feel bad? But what is it that you feel bad for? Like, I don't understand. You're taking your energy away from it now to overthink about something that has not happened, or you don't even know what's happened.
Right. Or may not ever happen.
Or may not ever happen. So, you know, everyone preps and it's like, oh, I got my summer body ready. Now summer's here. And so you just go crazy, or I might be missing out. You're still eating.
Right.
You don't, and don't be boring. Don't eat boiled dead chicken.
Right.
And layer your burger.
Layer your burger.
Layer your burger. Eat food. Eat real food. You're not missing anything.
Jen, I want to know how you counsel clients to deal with their fear of missing out.
So first of all, you know, fear of missing out is like thinking that there's lack in your environment, and the reality is, we have everything at our fingertips, at our disposal. Like, you can go to the store the next day, and the way I talk to them about it is like from lessons that I learned myself. Like, I'm an eater who likes the taste of food. So I always think, okay, I have to eat this because, you know, it tastes like more, right? That's my thing. I love food. But there will always be more tomorrow, and there will always be another party. And so this weekend I went to a party and I made up my mind beforehand. I ate really clean on Friday and Saturday. so that yesterday when I went to the party, I knew there was going to be cake there. And I decided that I wanted a piece of cake. And when I got there, I hadn't eaten anything in the morning, and I looked at all the food that was there. And there was a beautiful pasta salad with mixed vegetables in it. And I chose not to have that in exchange for the cake. So I tell people, pick your battles. If you're not on the program, you've got to pick and choose. You know, yes, we want it all. Can we eat it all? No. And I will tell you, you know, I'm feeling it today. I chose it, and I knew I was going to have it. And it was a very clean cake made by a healthy baker using like, we talked about this before. She made a confetti cake, but there were like raspberries and blueberries in there instead of candy confetti, and it was outrageously good. However, you know, that choice that I made is following today. So I tell people, pick your battles, choose what you want, eliminate what you really don't love. And I also tell them that they should never eat something that they don't absolutely love anymore. So like if you like broccoli, but you don't like asparagus, why are you eating asparagus? Like pick the things that you love. We don't have to eat all those foods that we've been conditioned to clean your plate, right?
Right. Well,
So-
Jen, you hit on something huge, which has to do with the Clean Plate Club and other things, which is a scarcity conversation that people have in their heads.
Yes.
I think this is a good place to stop. I want to take that up, the scarcity conversation, next week. Although
It's 4th
Monday,
of July next
we're
Monday.
right.
Yeah.
So we didn't even talk about this.
Didn't even talk about it.
What's the plan for next week?
When do you want to go live?
I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe we do like a different time, you know, a different time of day on Tuesday or something like that. Let's consider that. We're gonna inform everyone, and don't forget. Either way, you're gonna be getting a video, an audio
Yes.
of this, right? So it's kind of like going from a Facebook Live to an outright podcast. We're now in the podcasting business. Yes, Jen.
Sounds good. So before we go, Jackie, you touched upon the 4th of July menu.
Yeah.
So you're going to be sending that to everybody, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Email and text.
And in addition, for recipes that Jackie has, where can people look for our recipes?
Our other standard recipes will go right to our website, but so anything that's posted this week will be posted the following week.
And
so
that-
you could reference our recipe page right on our website.
What is that website?
Thintech.com.
Thintech.
No.
It's not.
Well,
Thintech.
you can type in Thintech. Yes.
Yes, if you do a search, but it's thintech-weightloss.com.
And
Recipes.
right at the top
Other
of the page.
recipes. Put it
And
in.
I love the idea of these menus for these different occasions.
Mhm.
So is that something we can get, Jackie, that can show up on the website? You know, we've just revamped our
You can get
website.
it.
Another shameless plug. We've just revamped it. So I would love for this to be a pop-up, or there
I
be
would
a section
absolutely
or
do that.
something.
We
Okay,
can
good.
absolutely do that. Yeah, I mean, I do, just so everybody knows this, if you're not paying attention to your emails or you're deleting our emails because you think there's nothing in it for you, or your text messages, ignoring them, for every holiday, I create a menu.
You're scolding. You're scolding.
Yeah, I am.
us.
I take it personal. Not to lie. I take it personal. It's a lot of work that goes into that. I'm trying to help you love yourself. So there are Thanksgiving menus, there are Valentine's Day menus, we have barbecue menus. I do Memorial Day, Labor Day. So I even did a St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Palm Sunday, where I am attempting, Dr. R, the potato pancake this year for Hanukkah. We talked about this.
A healthy potato pancake.
Where
Yes,
I'm attempting something.
it can be done.
Yes, it could be done.
I'm thinking zucchini and jicama.
Oh my
You
God.
took the word that I'm about to say. I was thinking jicama and zucchini for sweet.
How about that? Look, it's like a hive mind we've got going here.
Oh,
I
my
know.
God, how
Last
frightening
year
this is.
I tried a makeshift version. I'm like, this is terrible. This is not
We'll
gonna
get,
work
it, we'll get it done this year.
this
So
year.
for those of you-
Jicama is my new favorite thing. So I know, and this is like, for your Taco Tuesdays. No comment about the Argentinian talk. Thank you.
Oh my God.
They do make, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, so I will find out for you guys for next week. They make a jicama wrap. So I usually do like a deconstructed
Ooh.
taco bowl.
Who's they?
I'm drawing a blank on the name.
I think Trader Joe's has it.
Trader
No,
Joe's.
it was actually, it wasn't the Trader Joe's brand. It might have been something maybe they carry, but there's a jicama. It's so clean. It's literally 15 calories, nothing in it at all. It is so good, so soft, and it's perfect for like tortillas. I usually do
People,
a
we are
deconstructed
taking
taco.
away all of your excuses. You will not have any excuses
Really
left.
good.
You will probably hate Jackie as a result. So, but anyway,
Probably.
listen, that's going to be it for this week. All right. Thank you again for joining us. We'll send everyone the audio. We'll have the sample menu up for July 4th.
Yep.
Have a great Thindepence weekend. Remember, it's Thindepence.
Independence.
We've rebranded it. Don't call it Independence. The idea is the same. We want to be free,
Yes.
right? We don't want to be in bondage. Don't laugh, Jen. So the idea is the same. We're
Too
going to be
many
free from
jokes.
everything. Okay. That's it for today. Say goodbye, kids.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
night. Bye.